Hello, it's your boy Ryan Faust coming at you with another live broadcast. If you're and I'm playing the game Madden 24 as the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm versing the New England Patriots. If you're new to the broadcast, don't forget to comment, like, thumbs up, subscribe. Also follow my social media, GamerRyan3587 on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Thank you. Peace. Hold on, give me 1 second, folks. I just gotta check one thing. Damn it. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, I just had to get everything situated. Elliott.
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his third season now out of Alabama.
It was a much rockier season for Jones in his second year, and he even had to survive a brief challenge to his starting job. This is a big campaign for the former Rookie of the Year runner-up. He wants to get back to Pro Bowl form in this one.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Throwing, Jones. Now a short one to Gesicki. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got a first down as he's out to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Well, this really an interesting matchup here in week 1. Of course, you got the Super Bowl 52 rematch to talk about. No Nick Foles or Tom Brady on the field today, but for the Eagles, it's been a long wait to get back at it again since the loss to the Chiefs back in February. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Greg Ward deep for Philadelphia. Taking it about the 16. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback. But last year, he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. And he's also one of the league's most dangerous players. Thrown for 38 touchdowns his last 2 seasons and run for another 23.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Hurts to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he bats it away and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Jones on the return. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But the 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to get a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios amongst others. Into a sea of defenders.
Interception!
Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Oh, he fakes a spike.
I guess it's time to date myself a little bit because I remember Dan Marino running a similar play to this on a Monday night game against the Jets way back when.
Let's go Eagles.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Extinguisher.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put...
First on the board.
Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And he will be brought
right.
inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. New England trying to get a place on offense. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completes this one to Thornton. From the 21, here's 2nd and 6.
Hello.
Elliott running right.
Hi.
Take
Hello.
this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating
outta
on
here.
defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't.
Oh! Taking it to the house! Yeah!
Gets a pick 6 TD. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl.
Do you play FM?
And not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged.
Not out
And it's a chance to
anymore.
remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the
Fight
league
Night's
the prior
done.
season.
When's it coming out?
Another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Is there another Fight Night coming out
Here's
that I
Jones
don't
to bring
know
it out of the
about?
end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. For the road ahead a little bit.
Huge play.
I know, right?
This deficit, we'll see if
Exactly.
he can try to make amends on this drive. 1st and 10. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
No.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough.
I heard
on him as
they're
they stop
going
him for no
to.
gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely.
W. W.
Now Jones.
W. W.
11 yards for number 11.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Jones on 1st and 10. A short throw, and it's going to be pulled in by Fertzer. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 10th carry now for Elliott. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's Jones on 3rd and 2. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Pats at the line ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. Welcome back. Settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. This game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Swift. He takes this for 3 to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hurts.
Oh!
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here's Jones. Ooh, the juke. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Ward to return. A very good return there. Give him an 20 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Yeah!
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Well, it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first
Smith.
down. Woo! This down to the 22-yard line.
May not be the first name you think of with the Eagles offense, but Smith had an incredible 2022. 11th in the NFL in catches, 9th in yards, as the #2 option in a run-heavy offense. First down there from one of the game's best young receivers.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Come on!
And incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. New England's offense set to go.
How you doing?
Really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been
the
able to
live
get much of
stream.
anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And it's off the mark, incomplete. And we're going to look now at the Eagles class from the 2023 draft, and maybe we should start calling them Georgia North, partner. 3 more Bulldogs added to their defense, all of them at good value, too.
And I let you know that the GM doesn't let schools get in the way of good drafting. Remember, he went to Florida, big rival of Georgia, but he wants better players in Philadelphia. And defensive tackle Jalen Carter, pass rusher Nolan Smith on day 1. So about later in the draft, quarterback Keely Ringo, safety Sidney Brown. The rich certainly got richer in Philadelphia.
They go play action here on first down. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down in what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones over the middle. He's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle. Game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
One that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two down.
They'll look to throw again. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Bye-bye.
on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. Turn it over.
That was cool.
The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game.
Turnover.
Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the
Fall.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
Uh-oh.
And he'll get it down this time to 17. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's Swift. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A.J. Brown!
Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown. A a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official.
After review of the
So
play,
they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Gotcha, sucker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And now out come the Patriots. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That's complete. Demario Douglas with it. And he will have a Patriots first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
81 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll try and run here with Swift. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter.
Woo!
CD always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close.
Nice. It's good to have that week 1 victory in the books. The fuck? trying to figure out how to do all pro. League settings. Change it to all pro once. I just want to see how I do. All pro. Just for kicks and giggles. How I do on all pro. Smash, but we'll see. See what happens. All pro.
This player has a zone ability. This is a powerful ability that can be activated when the
Oh my gosh, what a glitch. That's terrible. See, that's the glitch I'm talking about right there. Anyone ever have that glitch happen to them? Sound up in the comments down below.
This player's development trait is hidden. Put him in your lineup and evaluate him.
He's good. He's alright. Look, he didn't even come up. That would be a glitch. Okay. Shit. Wow, he's out for a while. Try all pro. See how we do. Defense. Alright, let's try if I look at all pro. get spanked, but we'll see. See what happens. Did we get to Kelly Greens yet? There it is. It's Kelly Green, right? Hopefully it's Kelly Greens.
It's week 2 of the National Football.
You have to like press up or something. The order they're up is actually afterwards. Oh man, this is different.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports.
Really different.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here the Vikings set to go to work, and they're led by the leading passer in the NFC a season ago. Now in his 12th year, 6th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
Minnesota's new coaching staff really leaned on Cousins for leadership and production. And the longtime vet was up to the pressure. 29 touchdowns, 4,500 yards, and a 13-win season. His best as a starter. Captain Kirk, he's quietly been one of the league's most productive passers the last few seasons.
Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You look at this Eagle defense. Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On the return is Ward. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 51 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
On second down, this is Madison. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. This one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. Touchdown! Josh Oliver, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Oh.
That time a 6-play drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
Come on.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's try and get to that number 1 spot.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, just the way the schedule lines up, because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Cousins. That's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They go play action with Hurts. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Madison. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. K.J. Osborne, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Not easy.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now they're a little further behind the 8 ball after the interception led to the touchdown. So a 2-score deficit here, 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Take it at the 37. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him
diagnose a play and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods. After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
As we've seen, their first two drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Now a throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Vikings to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on first down. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And there's a pretty play for Madison, who seems like a perfect fit for the Vikings. Obviously, Minnesota loves receivers who produce, and Addison, one of college's best and most productive receivers the last couple of seasons.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing, Cousins. He gets it to Addison. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Pass complete to Addison. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On third down, they run with Madison. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Dang.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
This one caught by Osborne, right side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. Pass incomplete.
Well, incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground, and this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
So we reach halftime, and what's... Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Over the middle, it's complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, I got the safe completion on 3rd. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. On play action, they'll throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He is out of bounds inside the 35. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. Off the play fake, Cousins. This is caught by Addison. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
To throw is Cousins. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jordan Addison. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will
come on!
Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Pulled in at the 24. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Airing it out deep for Smith. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Marcus Davenport able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken right around the 44. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. Down inside the 10.
And he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Madison.
will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing is Cousins. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Now the try here for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception.
Why did I do that? I want to know.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll go Madison up the middle, and they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Going to run with Madison again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete. Hurts.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to find, man. I didn't think it would cost us the football.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
I tried.
Yeah, offense was in fine
I tried
form.
to pro. I tried it. Wasn't easy, but I tried it. I challenged myself. Just came up the short end of the stick. Alright, that's the end of the broadcast. If you're new to the broadcast, don't forget to comment, like, thumbs up, subscribe, as we tried all pro difficulty for the first time. We went one-on-one with the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Minnesota Vikings, and they just destroyed us. Okay, if you're new to the broadcast, don't forget to comment, like, thumbs up, subscribe. Thank you. Peace. That was rough.